In this video, I would like to make a very quick comparison of a landscape photo taken by the Canon M50 and a landscape photo taken by the Canon R5c. If you would like a more in-depth review as to how these cameras stack up to each other in terms of photo quality, then you must have missed my previous video. But fear not, it is right there if you want to click it. But yeah, let's just get into it. So right off the bat, nothing's different about these photos except for the cameras themselves. They had the same lens and the same exact settings, and I was standing the same distance away from the rock structure. Right off the bat, you can tell that the Canon M50 is way more cropped in, and that's because it has a cropped sensor, whereas the R5c has a full frame sensor. Although I do like that the R5c has more negative space in its image, I don't think that the crop factor really compromised composition too much for the Canon M50. So what we're going to do today is zoom in and see what kind of details we see when comparing these two photos. By the way, neither of these images have been edited. I just exported them into JPEGs from their RAW so that way I can open them in preview and do this side-by-side comparison for you guys. Alright, so here we are zoomed in. I try to get the size of the bridge the same for the Canon R5c as it is for the Canon M50 just to see how the detail looks, and honestly, the details are not too different. I do see that the Canon M50 has darker shadows though, and you kind of lose some detail right here in the shadows, whereas the Canon R5c you don't. That might be because of the full frame sensor taking in more light and getting that detail, but other than that, seeing the lines here, you don't really lose too much with the Canon M50 when you zoom in like this. But keep in mind, the Canon R5c image is zoomed in more than the Canon M50's image because that initial crop factor kind of gave the Canon M50 an advantage in not having to be zoomed in as much. So it's kind of cool that you're able to get the same detail even though the view is wider. If you would like to compare the high-res versions of these photos yourself, you can look in the description down below. I have a link where you can download these images to go all in. Oh, and this is how the photos look edited, by the way. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, then dude, what the heck are you doing? Bye.